All right, kids. How was your Saturday, the last Saturday before Christmas, right? Did anybody attempt any shopping today? It was crazy out there. I didn't try to go shopping, but we did have some family dinner plans and things to attend to, and it was crazy out there. I imagine tomorrow will be even worse if that's somehow possible. So tonight we have got a couple of different things we're going to be opening. One of them is a case of Bowman's Best Baseball that just came out yesterday, Friday. Then we'll open a case of Optic Football, which that came out on Wednesday. So those are the two things we're going to crack into tonight. Little info to go over before we start ripping into our boxes. So first up there, feedback, guys. This comes up a lot. That's why I have it written down to remind me to talk about it. Mine is automated. So what that means to you is anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get it in return with no waiting. And of course, the second thing there is to say thank you, because I appreciate you bidding and breaking with me, chatting with me, hanging out with me, keeping me company here as we roll headlong into the Christmas holiday. Taking a look next at breaks that are coming up over the course of a few days here. And you know what? We're very light on almost all these nights because, as you know, many of you, I've had family stuff all week. My family's going to be heading back out of town tomorrow, so we'll be starting to get back on track. And I may add a few things. So on Wednesday night, Thursday night, Tuesday night, which is Christmas night, right now there's only one break for each of those nights. I may plug in some things on 3-day auctions or maybe even on 1-day auctions. So, you know, we're not necessarily set that that's the only stuff we're going to open on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. In fact, I will almost certainly plug something else into Wednesday night. Tuesday and Thursday are iffy, but we'll probably plug something else into Wednesday night anyway. So tomorrow we're going to do a couple of Topps football mixers. We'll do a Chrome mixer, which will have boxes from 13, 14, and 15. A Strata mixer, which is going to have boxes from 12, 13, 14, and 15. Christmas Eve will be an off night. Christmas night, however, we are going to break. 10 o'clock, our regular time, we'll do a 16-box master case of Revolution basketball. On Wednesday the 26th, the day after Christmas, we're going to start later that night too at 10:30, and we're going to open a half case of Contenders basketball. That comes out on Wednesday. So, you know, we're, of course, hoping that FedEx, UPS, and all those guys actually get it here on time, but it's due to it shipped out, so hopefully it's going to get here when it should on Wednesday, and we'll break it Wednesday night. On Thursday, the 27th, we'll start a new case of Bowman Draft Baseball. We'll bust a half case of that on Thursday night. Possibly something will be added to that night, another break somewhere along the way, but for now, that's how it looks, and then we'll be rolling back into our regular schedule pretty soon. And I didn't mean to flip you back here yet. What am I doing? I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. I ate too much tonight, and right, like I can't see over my stomach because I ate so much. Anyway, what we are looking at right now is your shipping schedule. No free shipping breaks tonight. Both were paid breaks, and that is Bowman's Best and Optic. Projecting those to be out the door on or about Thursday, keeping in mind, of course, that we've got Christmas Eve and Christmas Day slowing things down a little bit, but hopefully it will be on the way to you on or about Thursday, which is the 27th. And I think everybody's going to pull cards in this. I don't really think anybody will get skunked, but if you happen to not pull any cards, not a single card at all, base card or otherwise, then you would be due consolation cards, and those would ship out with the rest of the breaks since these are paid shipping breaks. First up tonight is an 8-box case of 2018 Bowman's Best. It came out yesterday, so this is case number 2. We broke one last night as well. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay the 22nd of December. You have team names on the left-hand side. Our winning bidders are across from it there on the right-hand side. And, of course, a new spreadsheet will go up before we head into Optic, which will be, guys, I'm projecting about an hour from now. So if you are here for Optic, you have got probably about an hour, give or take 10 minutes. That's about how long I think it'll take us to get through Bowman's Best. And finally, you might have noticed right there that your background went slightly out of focus, and I did that on purpose, but don't worry, we're going to be able to see everything. I like to look at stuff up really close. I don't like to have to look at it, you know, way back there somewhere. So I adjust the focus to let us get a better look at stuff, basically. So that's what that was. In chat tonight, who have we got? Alan J is here. Anthony's here. Greg is here. Merry Christmas to you too, Greg. And Jay Allen is here. So Alan J and Jay Allen both here again tonight. I like that. Jay Allen, yeah, I think I am going to throw up some of that one-day stuff or three-day stuff. Probably on the stuff that is going for Wednesday. I think maybe I'll try and get that listed tomorrow night, and it would run as a 3-day anyway. But the stuff for Christmas night, I did not get home in time tonight to get anything extra listed to do a 3-day there. So if I add anything to Christmas night, it would definitely be a 1-day that would go up on Christmas Eve. And that's kind of just going to depend on basically what my mom wants to do for Christmas Eve. So I don't know if, you know, if I'm here in time to get some stuff up in a 1-day, then we'll add something to Christmas night. And if not, then we'll leave just the one for Christmas night, but probably add some stuff to the 26th and the 27th using maybe 3-day auctions or something. And Crystal is here. Crystal? What's shaking, Crystal? Greg, for New Year's, I will probably not break. If we break New Year's Eve, it would be early. Like we would do it, you know, maybe have the auctions end in the afternoon, and we would do the break early, like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock Eastern or something like that. If we break on New Year's Eve. On New Year's Day, we will probably do some breaks on New Year's Day, probably more at our regularly scheduled time or closer to it. But I don't know. I'm kind of undecided about New Year's Eve. What do you guys, do you all have a preference? Those of you who are planning on hanging around on eBay on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, do you have time preferences or preferences as to whether or not you even want to do one on New Year's Eve? It's always kind of a dicey one when you get into that. So haven't really decided. Greg, I don't know where Scott is tonight. He might show up yet, hopefully. Ezekiel is here. Hi, Ezekiel, and Merry Christmas to you as well. And Jay Allen, you're after the twins and the A's. Let's see if we can't deliver some twins and some A's. Vladislav is here. Hi, Vladislav. What's happening? What's shaking? Yeah, you guys, Alan J is telling Crystal not to chat too much. You guys, I did not know this until some of you told me last night. Apparently, YouTube like puts you in kind of a timeout for chat. If YouTube, based on I don't know what kind of crazy criteria, decides that they think somebody's been chatting too much, apparently they like give you a little message telling you to cool your jets or something before you can chat again, which I find that's just like so random and so bizarre. And it's some kind of automated setting, but why would they even have that? What's the point of that? If you have chat, the point would be to be able to chat in it, I would think. So super strange. Anyway, so Bowman's Best, guys, for those of you who might not know about it, here is the deal. Of course, you saw we had 8 master boxes to start out. Each of those master boxes has 2 mini boxes in it, which gives us 16 mini boxes to open. Each of our mini boxes will have 2 autographs in it. So we're going to have, of course, we'll find some numbered things and some parallels as well as we go through here, but that is kind of the basics of what we're looking to do, or looking to find, I should say. Now, the other thing that we're going to see as we go through here, there are a number of inserts, and there's really quite a lot of refractors. So most of the refractors are not numbered. Most of our inserts are also going to be refractors. And I called a lot of those out in the first case, but honestly, there's so many of them. I'm not sure if it's really necessary to call all those out. So I'll kind of leave that to you guys. I know when I'm watching a break, if there's a lot of stuff like that, there's a massive amount of it and it's not like a big hit, I sometimes kind of think to myself, yeah, there's really no point in calling all that out. But then there's other breaks where people definitely want to have it called out. So you guys can kind of steer the ship on that one. If you want it all called out, then, you know, that's what we will do. And if you don't want it all called out, then we won't, because that makes my life easier as well. However, going through the first pack, what we will do is take a look at it all the first way through. So we're going to find lots of these best performers. That one, of course, is Florial for the Yankees. All of those best performers will be refractors. So we'll do, you know, first pack here, we'll call out what inserts to be on the lookout for, and then after that, we'll kind of roll on by. So early indications, this is another one that we'll find lots of. This one, however, is numbered. It's gold, it's to 50, and it's for the Braves with Pache. So that's a nice little hit. I imagine everybody knows what a base refractor looks like, but in case you don't, it's that handsome little rainbow of colors there that alerts you to the fact that you are, in fact, looking at a refractor when you see that. And we have our first autograph for the Baltimore Orioles. It is Grayson Rodriguez getting things started off for us tonight. Another early indications. We already talked about those. And our second autograph hit in here is Carter. We've been pulling Carter Kieboom a lot for the Nationals. I say a lot because I think we pulled him out of the last case of this. And then I think we recently pulled him out of something else too. Oh, sorry. Power Producers. There'll be loads of those inserts that we'll see. And again, all of those will be refractors. Every single one of them that you see in that particular insert set will be that. Crystal, you don't go out on New Year's Eve either. Yeah, I know. It's like, I think, well, certainly when I was younger, I imagine all of us when we were younger, you know, it was like, woohoo. And then you get a little bit older and it's like, maybe there's just a woo and not a who, and you stay home or you go, you know, have people over or you go to somebody's house. This is for the Indians. It's Ethan Hawkins. And then when you get a little older still, there's no woo or who, and then you just kind of go, yeah, I'll just stay home and watch a movie. I think that's kind of where we are. We're kind of at, when I say we, I mean here in my household. I don't necessarily mean your household, but I think we're kind of at the, yeah, we'll just stay home and watch a movie stage. Okay, guys, this, of course, is an atomic refractor. Those are not numbered, but I will call those out as we go along. And that one is your nice rookie for the Braves with Mr. Acuna on the atomic refractor. And this insert set we didn't see out of the first pack, and it's Neophyte Sensations. It's a little hard to see, but we find a few of those as we go along, and I believe, the best I recall, those all refract as well, but we don't find as many of them. There's a base Shohei. And the Toronto Blue Jays getting busy early with Riley Adams. But yes, I think it's definitely a little faster and maybe a little smoother. There's Juan Soto experience if we don't have to call out all the refractors and all the inserts, but some people like it. So that's kind of why I wanted to give you guys the option of which way you wanted to go. Oh, Vladislav, I just now saw that you typed in about optic. Yeah, somehow I overlooked that. I got lost there and didn't see it. Sorry. Yes, optic is going to be right after we finish Bowman's Best here. And I'm anticipating Bowman's Best will probably take us about an hour. It might be, I don't know, it could be a little faster than that tonight. But it wouldn't be by much, I don't think. You know, we could give or take 10 minutes. Usually the first time through of any product is the slowest because I'm kind of rubbernecking myself on the first time through. And I want to take a look at it. You know, I'm kind of oohing and ahhing over it myself. So After I have gone through a case, I'm usually a little faster when we go through it the next time. So we'll see where we end up tonight. I was looking over there with Crystal saying she had Oakland last night, and I'm thinking, yeah, let's see where we end up with Oakland tonight. And then I didn't say the first part of it. I just said the last part of it. Brain, yeah, neutral. I need to kick it into drive, I think. Minnesota Twins, that is Trevor Larnach. Telling you that is entirely what happens when, you know, you eat like a big meal. I'm not used to those big meals. That is an early indications refractor for Hunter Green, and because, you know what, I don't know. I put that in the sleeve because, well, it's Hunter Green. Come on, man. And there's Andahar for the Yankees. That was on the Neophyte Sensations. Haha, to 99 for the Yankees. Green parallel for one Clint Frazier. So the Yankees are on the board, headed in the right direction. I don't really like the design of best performers this year. Are you guys wild about the design on that? For some reason, it just doesn't really do it for me this year. Most of the other inserts, well, all the other inserts in here this year, I like the design of, but something about the best performers one just, I don't know. It's not really catching my eye. Oh, Jay Allen, you have the team that Crystal had last night, and Crystal has your team. Awesome. You've got the Twins and the A's tonight, and Crystal's got the Blue Jays. Okay, Crystal had the A's last night. She's got the Blue Jays tonight, and Jay Allen, you've got the Twins and the A's tonight. Okay, I think I've got that straight for what, about 20 seconds. Probably I'll retain that. I know, it's bad. I know. I try to remember it longer. That's to 250 for the Phillies, Nick Williams. And here is an Oakland A. Speaking of, you have Matt Olson headed your way, Jay Allen. Yeah, so you kind of agree with me that best performers, I don't quite know what it is. It's just something about that particular design that I'm not wild about, and it doesn't look like it fits with the rest of the set very well either, does it? That is Mookie Betts on an atomic refractor for the Red Sox. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with it, but it's not my favorite. I think it's all the lines. If we could like not have the lines maybe, or maybe we could have the lines and not have the baseball in the background. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't fly for me this year for some reason. But anyway, they didn't ask my opinion, so there you go. Of course, you guys didn't either. You just had to suffer through it. There's the San Diego Padres. That's Ryan Weathers. See, that's the hazards of hanging out with me, right? You got to listen to all my crazy rambling about all whatever happens to be in the front of my mind at any given time. Oh, speaking of, okay, now here's the thing. Many of you, all of you who bid or break with me regularly, you know I'm a big time Steelers fan. My sister and my brother-in-law are from the Pittsburgh area. They live in 84, Pennsylvania. So most years for the holidays when they come down, I do manage to get a little bit of Steelers stuff. I never quite know what it's going to be, but it's always something interesting and cool, right? So tonight I got a new terrible towel, which is good because I kind of needed a new one. And this one was a breast cancer awareness one, so that was nice. So I got a little pink terrible towel, which, I'm about that. I like having the little girly terrible towel. So that made me happy, but here's what came next. I didn't even know this was a thing, and I was so jazzed about it, and I think they were bummed because I was more excited about this than almost anything else, and this probably was like the least expensive of any. Like, they probably thought I would think it was dumb, but I loved it. It is Ziploc bags. I know it sounds so stupid even saying it, that I love it so much, but I do. It is 1 gallon size Ziploc bags with the full color Pittsburgh Steelers logo, like all on the side of it. Yeah, it is so cool. And I didn't even know it was a thing. And the box is all, done up and it's talking about the steel curtain. And it was just, when I opened it, I was like, oh my gosh, that is the coolest thing I have ever seen. I was amazed by it. That's the Chicago Cubs and Anthony Rizzo. So apparently they told me that these came out right at the beginning of the season, and I guess they were some kind of super limited edition, and apparently they made them for all 32 teams. And they said, yeah, my brother-in-law got it, and then my sister said he should go back and get me more, I guess. This is Mike Soroka for the Braves with an atomic refractor. So they went back to the same store, I guess the next day or something, and they were all gone. They had sold out the same day that they got them in. So she goes, yeah, you just got the one pack. I was like, oh my gosh, I love them. There's Sisto Sanchez for the Phillies. It's a purple parallel to 250. So, yeah, I know. I'm so easily amused. But it was just the coolest thing. It was so unexpected, and that's part of what makes it so cool, I think. I don't know. Anyway, Cleveland Indians. It is Noah Naylor. I do agree with you, Jay Allen. It is probably that that is as much of it as anything else, that it just doesn't fit with the flow of the rest of the cards, because the rest of the cards are very vibrant, colorful, like a very modern design, and I'm sure that that's some kind of a throwback design. Just looking at it, you definitely brings to mind a throwback design, so it probably is that. But it really is just kind of abrasive when you look at it in relation to the cards that are surrounding it. So, oh, Crystal, this is your first time ever breaking Bowman's Best. Oh, I love me some Bowman's Best. We have a lot of this. We have probably close to 10 cases of this. I love Bowman's Best. Well, I love all my Bowman products. But Bowman's Best usually has some really nice hits in it. Early indications, Jesus Luzardo. That is a nice little atomic refractor for the Oakland A's. Jay Allen, you've seen those Ziploc bags before. I had, I don't live in an NFL town. My closest one is Cincinnati. And I just guess we don't get them down here. I don't know, but I thought it was the coolest thing ever. It's like I kind of don't even want to open the box because I really liked the box, even with the steel curtain design and all that. Matt, we have not had any Arizona Diamondbacks autographs yet, but we're also not very far into the break. So you still see we've got all this left to go. So we still have plenty of time to manage to find that for you. This is for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and it is Escobar, who I think we also pulled out last night. Alan J says they're handing out Rizzo like candy. Well, I don't know if I'd say that, but, hey. This is the Minnesota Twins, and it is Graterol. I believe someone said they were looking for some Minnesota Twins, so there is one to get your evening started. I like this kid, Travis Swaggerty, for the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's numbered to 150. So, we'll see how he pans out, but I think he might be pretty good. Of course, obviously everybody thinks he might be pretty good, or he wouldn't have been drafted, whatever he was, 9th, 10th, somewhere in there, early part of the draft anyway. Crystal, I know we do have to get you a Baby Vlad auto, don't we? I would love to find Baby Vlad. We haven't pulled a Baby Vlad in a while either, nor a Bo Bichette. And typically Bo Bichette and Baby Vlad are something we would find somewhere along the way, but I think we're kind of overdue to hit both of those guys. I think we're right about time for them to be showing up, hopefully. Alan J., you are 3 hours from Charlotte and 30 minutes from Raleigh, so you probably see a lot of NFL stuff too. And of course, Jay Allen, we know you're close to Charlotte as well, so you probably do see a lot of that for the Panthers. That's nice if you happen to have the Detroit Tigers, a nice Casey Mize, your number 1 overall draft pick with a gold parallel numbered to 50. And we have an insert for the Twins. Oh, boom, right there, kids. That is Royce Lewis. That's your number 1 overall from last year. And that's early indications. Royce Lewis for the Twins is a fantastic hit on that parallel. So Minnesota is killing it tonight. Crushing it. Oh, Jay Allen, you said, oh, is Baby Vlad not an autograph in this set? I did not realize that. Well, I guess then I won't be finding him then, will I? So there you go. I should have paid better attention, I guess, to the checklist breakout. That was a Freddie Freeman Atomic for the Braves. This is a Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. That is a handsome little Neophyte Sensations refractor. Yeah, you are kind of crushing it tonight with your Twins, Jay Allen. You are flat rocking it tonight, my friend. You must have had the feeling. You knew who to pick tonight. And you are looking for an Arizona Diamondback a minute ago, Matt. So we managed to find that for you with Alec Thomas. So we've got you on the right track tonight as well. So far, so good. Showed up just in time to see your guy come out. That's always a good thing. Yeah, what I'm thinking is on Christmas night, we'll either, if we throw up a one-day auction, it will probably be either, to go along with our Revolution basketball, will be either Bowman's Best or Playbook Football. Probably one of those two if we add something to the Revolution break on Christmas night, which I'm still not sure if I'm going to do or not. I don't really like doing them just one day. And then, of course, on Wednesday night and Thursday night of next week, we'll add something in there too. Again, Playbook, Optic, Bowman's Best. One of those will probably hitch a ride on both of those nights, on Wednesday and on Thursday. Kind of what I'm leaning towards anyway. Greg, you want to trade? You want to trade teams with Jay Allen? Yeah, no doubt, man. He's had the hot hand for a couple of nights now. Jay Allen's been on a little bit of a roll here after going through a couple of days of dry spell. Oh, that is a very nice hit too. Early indications to 50 for the Astros with Yordan Alvarez is a very nice hit as well. I really think this case is quite nice so far. We're really doing well with it at the moment. Logan Gilbert with an atomic refractor for the Mariners. Ah, you did more homework, and your homework has been paying off handsomely, hasn't it? The Angels, it's Justin Upton, blue parallel to 150. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things you can look at with a checklist and so many ways you can break it down. You really kind of, once you get it down to like that art form, that science of like this, you know exactly what you're looking for and you can kind of break it down that way. It will often, it's not going to work every time, but lots of times it will definitely help you increase your hit count. This is Matthew Liberatore for the Tampa Bay Rays. Stang Lover. What's up, Stang Lover? How are you, my friend? Stang Lover says, even when you do expert level homework, sometimes you still don't end up where you want to be. That is very true. That is very true. I mean, I sit on your side of the brakes as well, so I know the feeling. My problem is I a lot of times don't do as much homework as I should. I just kind of go with, oh, this is the team I like, or this is, the team I see pulling a lot of stuff or whatever. I don't always really sit down and break it out the way I should myself. Anyway, the Twins are on fire tonight. There is another Graterol for the Minnesota Twins, who are having themselves quite an excellent break at this moment. Nick Madrigal for the White Sox with an atomic refractor. And what else do we have coming? We already found our other... No, we have not found our other autograph in this box. Right here it is. Tristan Casas, splitting my sleeve open there. Boston Red Sox. Stang Lover, you said this is beyond your bedtime. I know, man. I had to start late tonight because, my family in town. And honestly, I probably should have not broken last night or tonight because I knew we'd be running late, but I hate to not do it when it's a new product release. And of course, Bowman's Best just came out yesterday, and I was like, I'm gonna have that itch. I'm gonna really need to do it. So I thought, better to do it at 10:30 than to not do it at all. So that's kind of what happened last night and tonight. So Alan J, you're on the board too, so we're kind of getting our wish lists covered as we go through this case. We're making progress on it anyway. Staying Lover, you said you were bidding and you're like, wait, it's 9 o'clock. I know. I had it way late last night and tonight, both later than we normally do. And as a result, that means 2 nights next week we're also going to be starting at 10:30, because if I started them any earlier than that, we would have had 10 minutes from the time it finished till the time we had to break, and I didn't think that was enough time for everybody to be invoiced and, all that. Jose Albertos for the Chicago Cubs. But hopefully once we get past those 2 nights next week, which are Wednesday and Thursday of next week, once we get past those, we should be done with all of our late nights. There's Gleyber Torres on an atomic refractor for the Yankees, and there's a Gleyber Torres right behind it that is our... gone. Why are all my sleeves doing that tonight? That is our, 2 in a row, Neophyte Sensations insert. Apparently I have a pack of sleeves that didn't go very far through quality control this time. But yeah, that's the downside sometimes too. This is a bowman case. We have already had such nice hits, and look who we're adding to it. For the Mets, it's Jared Kelenic. Yeah, nice. Nice. But I figured at least if there's a week where we have to go late, this is probably the time to do it, because so many people take off around the holidays, and a lot of people, when Christmas falls like it does this year, where many people get off Monday and Tuesday anyway for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I find a lot just say, hey, I'm going to take 3 vacation days and take the whole week. So I figured, yeah, there'll probably be a fair amount of people off work, and we might not be too far out in the woods with our 10:30. And I'm considering when we come back after New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I'm actually thinking of maybe moving us up to 9:30 for the rest of the winter. That's Daniel Lynch out for the Kansas City Royals. Because I have had some people request that when school is in, like fall and winter, that we go earlier, and when school is out in the summer that we, late spring and summer, that we go later. So we might adjust it a little. I don't know. Joe Adele for the Angels. That is an atomic refractor. So, of course, if we do slide it forward, let's say we, slid it to 9:30, of course, that would just mean all the listings would end earlier. So, they would start earlier and end earlier. So instead of starting somewhere between 7:30 and 8, they would actually start probably between 7 and 7:30, and they would all be wrapped up by probably, 8:15, 8:30. So that is numbered to 99 for the Mets. Green parallel, Jacob deGrom. Next up is for the Mariners, Evan White for the Seattle Mariners. Getting involved here before we close this one out. Good to see the Mariners having a hit head their way. Stang Lover, what did you say here? You said Panini had, contenders first off the line. Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, Stang Lover, I had the same deal. Everything was in my cart. I had all of my checkout completed. I hit the pay button, and it gave me a strange error message, like one I've never seen before. And it had not at that point been more than maybe 60 seconds from the time it went live. I was already to that last page. So I'm thinking, well, this is a breeze this time. And it gave me that weird error message. So I hit it again, and it gave me the weird error message again. And I thought, okay, did I make a typo in my credit card number? Because it was a message I wasn't used to seeing with Panini, and Lord knows we've seen most of their weird messages when their website crashes. So I stopped and just typed in the whole card number again, and then by the time I hit it the third time, it said out of stock, and maybe 2.5 minutes had elapsed in total from the time it went live, and it was gone. And then, of course, last year, good grief, last year we could buy first off the line football. I was buying it still probably a month after it came out. You guys remember, like, we'd broken through all of our cases, all of our other stuff, and I would just order it in like 4 boxes at a time, and we would do, little stuff like that. And this time, yeah, no, not having that. All went away. Trevor Stephen for the New York Yankees. So, yeah, Stang Lover, I agree with you. It was, it went out really quickly, more so than I expected it to, and it was a bit frustrating. That's to 250, Justin Upton, purple parallel. You would like to think that once you got it in your cart, that maybe they would give you a minute or 2 minutes to check out before it's all, I mean, that would be the logical thing to do. Florial, atomic refractor for the Yankees. But they don't have it set up that way, but I certainly wish that they did. Say, hey, it's in your cart and you've got whatever, 2 minutes to finish your checkout or something. There is an atomic refractor for Rafael Devers. Nice little rookie neophyte sensations atomic for the Red Sox. We pulled a redemption. It's right there. We're going to take a look at it after we open those last few boxes. We'll flip it over, check it out, and then, of course, you know the drill. I will also take us to the Topps website where we will verify our team and all that. Oh, Jay Allen, you get up at 5 during the week? Wow, man, that is harsh. I am often not going to bed until around 2. I would not like to see 5 a.m. That's the wrong side of the clock for me to be on. Yeah, no way. Don't like that. Crystal, the best place to buy hobby boxes depends on what you want. I mean, you're talking current products, or are you talking about past products, like you want to go back and buy stuff from 2010 or 2017 or something like that? Because it's kind of two different answers. Chicago Cubs, that's Aramis Ademan. Because there are, I can give you more, at least where I have better luck, depending on the circumstances, if I know which thing you are looking for. Yeah, like Jay Allen says, it depends. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Stang Lover, you had sworn off Panini forever and it lasted 48 hours and then you were bidding on Obsidian. D.D. Gregorius and the Yankees, Atomic Refractor. Yeah, you can't really realistically swear off of Panini unless you want to do just baseball because they own the NFL and they own the NBA. That is Nick Madrigal, purple parallel to 250 for the White Sox. Crystal, you said your local card store is terrible. A lot of them are these days. They just, I think, have a lot of trouble getting product. And then they also probably don't want to invest in a lot because they don't want to have money tied up sitting on their shelves. So they probably don't order enough high dollar stuff. And then therefore their sales aren't high enough to get them what they need to get the other stuff. Nick Madrigal for the White Sox. Nice hit for Chicago. So, yeah, I can see that. So if you are looking more for current stuff, okay, I would say for the most part, I would try Steel City Collectibles. And then if they don't have what you want, then your next best bet's probably Blowout. And Blowout is always your, well, I shouldn't say always, but most of the time, Blowout is your best bet for older stuff. They have a much deeper inventory of older products than anybody else. But current stuff, I mean, really, you can't go too wrong with any of them. But I just personally probably prefer Steel City a little bit. Their customer service and their pricing and all that stuff, I kind of tend to lean towards them most of the time. You know, there's exceptions to everything, so, but that's how I would look at it anyway. Cody Bellinger to 50 for the Dodgers. And they also usually have a pretty good amount of stuff, too. The Blue Jays, look at that. Our best performers insert. You got Jordan Groshans. I don't know which way you say it, but anyway, you got him, and he's numbered to 150 for the Toronto Blue Jays. How about that? Right on. I like it. Jay Allen, you said you can get better prices from their eBay store. Really? Huh. I'm a little bit surprised by that. You would think that they would be higher given the fact that they're paying that same giant eBay fee that the rest of us are paying and then the PayPal fee on top of it. I am surprised it's lower there. Estevan Florial for the Yankees, early indications. Atomic Refractor. And of course, Crystal, that's the other thing you can keep in mind when eBay throws up those deals where you get back extra eBay bucks, you know, 8% back or 10% back, or they run those coupons where you can save 20% or 10% or whatever. Sometimes you mix those coupons with somebody's online eBay store and you can really do well. This case just continues to deliver for us. That is Mackenzie Gore for the San Diego Padres, which is another excellent hit. This case has really been good to us here. It's giving us Bowman's Best is giving us an early Christmas present, I believe. Well, Stang Lover, you can sometimes go to Panini's website, but Panini's website is almost always going to be higher than any of those other places we were talking about. Of course, if you want the first off the line stuff, which, you know, frankly, don't we all want that usually, then you just have to kind of suck it up and pay the price, but you are at least getting some special content for it. But just everyday run-of-the-mill stuff that isn't first off the line, it's hard to buy it at Panini because they really have an aggressive pricing strategy there in relation to everybody else, I think, anyway. Yeah, and again, Staying Lover Topps website has some great Topps exclusives that you can buy. That's what those are. Those Topps Chrome Sapphire editions. Those were Topps online exclusives. So, I mean, for sure, you want to kind of check around all different places. But for current stuff in general, I would start at Steel City. You know, I like Blowout too, and I like DA. But DA is usually a little bit higher, and Blowout I have had some issues with things that never got shipped. Oh boy. And I've had issues with things coming damaged. I told you this was a good case. Like, I was not messing with you guys. Look at that. And I didn't even say Last Box Mojo. I forgot to say it, but we're on Last Box Mojo. Those two mini boxes make up our last master box. And look who it is, kids. Oh, yes, it is Shohei Ohtani for the Reds. That is on an insert, Neophyte Sensation. So it is a sticker because it's on an insert. But you know what? If you have the Angels, I kind of think you don't care that that's on a sticker. I kind of think that you're kind of just jumping up and down saying, woohoo, and thank goodness, and you're glad that it came out. That's what I'm thinking. All right. And here you have Jared Kalenic Power Producers Atomic Refractor for the Mets. And Kansas City Royals hit a nice little Brady Singer as well. Yeah, for sure. DA also, as you say, there has good stuff, and they give you free little gifties, you know, when you order and that sort of thing. But their prices for current stuff are usually higher than Steel City or Blowout. That's to $250. It's Bryce Harper for the Nationals with a purple parallel. Alan J, I've only dealt with Charm City once. I don't probably know enough about them that I will offer an opinion on them too much. So they're not, I should say they're not as big as the others, but I mean, I think they're reasonably sized, but certainly not as, I don't think they're as big as the other three that we're talking about, but maybe they are. I don't know. And we are on our last mini box now. So let's see what it brings us. Well, the Diamondbacks, it brings us a Pavin Smith numbered 250 with a gold parallel for Arizona. So Arizona is having a pretty good break too, with a couple of hits out for you as well. Javi Baez to 150 for the Cubbies, blue parallel. There's another Shohei, Shohei refractor. Of course, you got your Shohei autograph, so you're probably not too impressed with just the refractor, considering that you just pulled the autograph, right? That's what I'm thinking, anyway. And the Texas Rangers come out again with Cole Winn. I know someone, I think it was Jay Allen, told me last night that, whoops, I stacked that in the wrong spot, that the Rangers only have Cole Winn in there, and we pulled him last night, pulled him again tonight. So, not too shabby if you've got the Rangers. Looks like Cole is at least reasonably easy to find. All right, so we have a few little things that we're going to recap. Our numbered cards. We'll recap our atomic refractors. I believe I got all of our atomic refractors separated out. If I accidentally stacked one somewhere else in with the regular cards, if you saw it go through earlier and you don't see it in the recap here in a moment, that's what happened. I would have stacked it in with the base cards, but I hopefully got them all separated. Meanwhile, back at the farm, who do we have here? Oh, we hit him last night as a redemption too. Bryce Terang, and that is Milwaukee Brewers. We will go verify it on the Topps website here in a hot second. Then we'll come back and recap everything. This one is just best of 2018 autograph is what it says. So let's roll on over here and get this checked out. and all verified up, and then we're going to be running into optic football as soon as we get this done. So what did I say it was? 2018 best performers, I think is what I said, something like that. It wasn't early form, was it? Maybe it was. Anyway, there he is, Bryce Terang, Milwaukee Brewers. That's the part we needed to know to get us all verified. I'm just looking to see what else was in here. Maybe it was to say 1998. No, it said best of 2018. So that had to be it that we saw a minute ago. Anyway, it's him. We knew he was a Brewer anyway, and now he's all happily verified, and we are ready to recap. And as soon as we recap, then we're going to be heading right into optic football. To 150, a blue parallel. 250, purple. To 50, a gold Cody Bellinger. 250, Madrigal for the White Sox. To 250, Upton for the Angels. To 99 for the Mets. 150 for the Angels. The really nice Casey Mize to 50 for the Detroit Tigers. Travis Swaggerty to 150 for the Pirates. To 250, it is Sanchez and the Phillies. To 250, it is Nick Williams and the Phillies. And to 50, it is Pache for the Atlanta Braves. Those are our numbered cards. Our atomic refractors, once again, guys, I think I got them all stacked separately. If you saw one go through earlier and you don't see it now, not to worry. Just means I stacked it in the wrong spot. Power producers, Kalenic and Estevan Florial for the Yankees. Didi Gregorius for the Yankees. Rafael Devers for the Red Sox. There's Estevan Florial, Yankees again. Joe Adell, Angels. Gleyber Torres for the Yankees. Nick Madrigal, White Sox. Logan Gilbert, Mariners. Freddie Freeman for the Braves. Jesus Luzardo for the A's. Then the Braves have Mike Soroka. There's Mookie Betts for the Red Sox and Ronald Acuna for the Braves. Now then, our autographs. They are a redemption, Bryce Terang and the Brewers. Then you have the Rangers with Cole Winn, the Diamondbacks hit with Pavin, Kansas City Royals, Brady Singer. Here's that really nice Shohei Ohtani to 50. For the Angels. That's just fantastic. It's Shohei, it's 50, it's an insert. Everything about it is just good. If you have the Angels, you're happy. The Padres, nice one with Mackenzie Gore. There's Groshans for the Blue Jays, Madrigal for the White Sox, Aramis Ademan for the Cubbies, Trevor Stephen for the Yankees, Evan White and the Mariners, Daniel Lynch and the Royals, Kalenic for the Mets, Albertos for the Cubbies. The Red Sox hit with Tristan Casas. Then we have Graterol for the Twins, Liberatore for the Rays. This is a really nice hit for the Astros as well. That is to 50. Jordan Alvarez, early indications, gold parallel. Really like that hit. Arizona Diamondbacks with Alex Thomas, Royce Lewis, early indications for the Twins. Another nice one. Graterol comes out for the Twins. I believe that's the second time. Escobar for the Pirates. The Cleveland Indians with Noah Naylor. The Chicago Cubbies with Rizzo. Ryan Weathers, Padres. Oakland A's, Matt Olson. The New York Yankees, Clint Frazier, Trevor Larnach for the Twins. The Blue Jays with Riley Adams. The Cleveland Indians with Ethan Hankins. Then we have Carter for the Nationals. And Grayson comes out for the Orioles. And that, kids, is it for Bowman's Best tonight. So that's all wrapped up, and we are now going to start on optic football. So give me a second here to get our spreadsheet up and running for that, and we'll get moving on that. Maybe a little bit ahead of schedule. Didn't take us quite an hour, but close to it, I guess. So once again, your shipping schedule anticipated to be on or around Thursday. That, of course, we've got Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in there, kind of throwing things throwing a monkey wrench into things, moving stuff back a little further than it is sometimes, but I expect it to be out around that date. If things go well, it could possibly go a little earlier. If things get super hectic and weird, it could possibly go a little bit later, but for the most part, plan on it about that date. I believe every team is going to pull cards in Optic, so we shouldn't have to worry about consolation cards there. This is a 12-box case of 2018 Optic football. It is a full case break number 2. Of course, this also ended tonight on eBay, Saturday night, the 22nd of December. You've got your team names on the left-hand side. The winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. And Optic, I'm trying to think, what did we pull in Optic last night? Was Optic good to us last night too? I can't remember. Of course, Optic's always kind of good to us, right? So, Optic, of course, this is another one that I imagine most everybody has broken somewhere along the way. But it's kind of similar to what we just saw, except it has one autograph per box in here, but we'll have plenty of parallels and numbered cards in here, and it's also, you know, a design that's very colorful and nice. So I think Optic is, I mean, I can't really ever think of a year of Optic where we were like, yuck. I mean, it's just a good product. It's a lot of fun to open, and we usually pull some pretty good stuff out of it, so I would assume we're going to have more of the same tonight. There's not a ton of cards per box, but they put them in so many packs. That's what takes us forever. There's only 80 cards in each box, which is, you know, not bad at all. The bad part is they put 80 cards in 20 packs. And it takes a while to open 20 packs. And the other thing is, you can't always, you know how the Topps ones, you can just kind of grab them at the top and strip them down like I was doing on the ones I just opened. Most of the time with Panini's packs, whatever they do with them, whatever they're made of or however it's done, they're slightly different. And you usually can't do that with them. You have to pull them apart at the seams and stuff, which just takes like way longer. Or maybe it's just a user error, meaning I just can't get them to open that way. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, so Crystal's off to wrap presents, and Jay Allen is headed off to bed. Alan J is gone too. Merry Christmas to you too, Alan J. And Stang Lover, you have got the Chargers. Anthony, you're looking for a Drew Brees downtown. Vladislav is looking for the Browns and the Jets. And Stang Lover says cards, they already tossed the game away. Yeah, see, if I could just pull those and go down, you know, like we can do at the tops, it's like so much more efficient than having to grab these suckers at the seam. But there's no way I can ever get the Panini ones to do that nice little top tear that I would rather have. Vikings. Hi, Greg. Greg is looking for the Vikings skull. Let's pull you some Minnesota Vikings out of here. So what we will do here, well, I made a mess of that. When we go through this first box, I'll take an extra minute when we see our inserts just to kind of give you an overview of what you're going to be looking for and what you'll see as we go through. Then, much like we did for Bowman's Best a moment ago, for those of you who might have been watching that break, from then on out, we'll kind of just cruise on through unless something is particularly low numbered, or obviously our hits we stop on and that sort of thing. But we won't, you know, call out every single refractor, for instance, or that sort of thing. Just because I think it gets kind of redundant for you guys to listen to it, and most of the time you all know exactly what you're looking at anyway. And as always, if there is someone who has a question, or you don't know what you're looking for, or you want something else called out, just jump in the chat and tell me, and we'll happily accommodate any requests like that you might have. So you see what I mean? Look how much longer it takes because they have so many flipping packs to open, right? I mean, like, Bowman's Best is like just a handful of little packs. Just whip, 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 and you're done. This is like, oh my gosh, packs till your hands fall off. Which they do sometimes. Well, they don't fall off literally, but sometimes by the end of the breaks where I've opened a lot of packs, I'm like, oh my gosh, man, like my hands feel like they've been through the ringer. I have to do what the quarterbacks do, you know, when they want them to, quarterbacks that fumble and stuff a lot, and they want them to get their hands stronger, and they make them carry around those weight plates by their fingertips. That's what I'm going to have to start doing, isn't it? I have to start walking around the house carrying weight plates to build up my finger strength. Deontay Burnett and the Titans. That one is numbered to 299. For the most part, when we see that particular color, you can expect that to be numbered to 299 and to be a refractor. We'll find tons of those Kid Reporter inserts. If you want the code off one, you are more than welcome to freeze frame the video and just grab that sucker, because I use them for shipping purposes, but I do not use the codes. Nick Chubb and the Browns, that is just a base rated rookie refractor. So most of those I probably will not put in a sleeve as we go, simply because it does slow things down more than you would think, surprisingly, by the time you do it for 12 boxes worth. But of course, you know, anything that needs to be sleeved after the fact I will do, but for the most part we'll be setting those aside as we go. Cortland Sutton is our autograph out of this box. We found him pretty well right away, and you got lucky. He's numbered to 75 for the Broncos. Of course, already you're lucky if you have the Broncos and you pulled it. Your luck is already flowing, but then the fact that it's to 99 makes it a little nicer. Legends series, we'll find plenty of those inserts. They are, for the most part, those are not refractors. Many of the inserts are, but that one is not. There's Derrick Henry, just a refractor. Here's a rated rookie, Sony Michel to 99. When we see the red ones, those are for the most part going to be numbered to 99. And what else? I think that's the gist of it. We may have another, well, of course, we'll find the downtown insert, which I'll point out when we see it. And there's an MVP insert, although I think we only had 2 of those in the last case. We do have these Elite Series rookies that come out and with some regularity. And somewhere we'll find a case hit, or we should find a case hit that is a relic and an autograph. I'm holding this one up to show you. Can you see the curvature in that? I imagine that you can. A lot of these, as they come out of the packs, they do kind of bow up there in the middle. And that's just part of any of the stuff that is with that kind of coating has a tendency to do that. I imagine most of you know it, but every once in a while somebody will be new to a product and they kind of won't know what that's about, and they might get their cards and be like, hey, what did you do to my cards? But yeah, that's kind of how they come out. Adrian Peterson and the Vikings MVP insert. Not nearly as bad as it was in the old days, though. Do you guys remember, like, early days of Chrome and Optic, how much they would, it would just practically concave. It was crazy. An explosive insert for the Falcons with Freeman. So it's definitely gotten much better over the years, but it is not certainly still perfect. Matt Stafford and the Lions to 149. Oh, that'll be nice and low numbered or lower numbered. That is Cam Newton and the Panthers. It's to 199. So their orange is typically to 199. And I half the time look at it and think it's gold when it turns out to be orange, like I did when I first looked at that one. But in fact, it was orange. A rated rookie for the Ravens, Jordan Lasley to 199. Gronk, Patriots to 299. And that is box number 1, and that gives you a pretty solid overview of what we're looking for. So then from there on, we'll not necessarily call out all of that stuff. We'll just kind of keep on keeping on. So my Steelers tomorrow and the Saints. I don't know what to expect about that. I always want to, I always want to approach every week with, oh yeah, my Steelers are definitely going to win, but, ooh, like, I don't know that we're definitely going to win. In fact, I'm not at all sure that we're going to win. Saints have been tough all year, and the Steelers, I don't know what we got going on this year. Like, some weeks we look like a completely different team than other weeks. I don't know kind of what in the world we're doing sometimes. So who knows which Steelers team is going to show up. Looks like we're still not going to have James Conner either, though. So of course Jalen Samuels acquitted himself well filling in there. But I don't think we're going to have James, and I guess Juju's got a groin strain or something, but I think they are expecting him to play. So we're going to see how that works itself out. Anthony says, that's right, he needs a good Saints hit. So basically he's like going, yeah, that's right, your Steelers are not going to win, we're going to kick your butt. And now you need a good Saints hit. All right, man. We'll try to find you one. Yeah, I mean, the Saints have been so good all year. I would kind of, I don't know. I don't ever want to say I would be surprised if my team wins, because I always expect my team to win. But yet, I don't know. Somehow I don't really think I totally expect them to win tomorrow. I want them to. I hope they will, but I'm not quite convinced that they will, in other words. So, guess we'll find out in a few hours. We'll know what fate awaits us. Rob Gronkowski, once again, that color numbered to 299. I think we saw one just almost exactly like that a second ago. An Elite Series Ronald Jones. Khalil Mack. This is another insert we'll find lots of. That one is, of course, the Falcons and Julio Jones. Illusions is the name of that insert. And when we get this color blue, more of like a Kentucky blue, that's to 149. That sort of Carolina blue is to 199. An MVP insert, that's Earl Campbell. Guys, if you don't know this already, the former Houston Oilers are the current Tennessee Titans. So they were Houston Oilers to Tennessee Oilers to current name and location Tennessee Titans. And, of course, any Oilers things will go to the Titans because cards always stay with their franchises. The Houston Texans, of course, completely different franchise, an expansion franchise that came in well after the Oilers were off happily in Tennessee. We did see a Richie James rookie refractor for the 49ers go by there for a second, or a second ago, I should say. There is Vic Beasley to 149 for the Falcons. That one to 199 is my man Vita Vea to 299. Vita Vea for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I told you 199 earlier, and that's wrong. It's 299. And here is numbered to 199, Calais Campbell for the Jacksonville Jags. And another insert for Gronkowski. Seems like we're going to find lots of Gronk inserts today, doesn't it? Derek Carr. Jamon Moore and the Packers to 199 with our friendly orange color. Mark Walton, rated rookie for the Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals. What are they going to do with Marvin Lewis? I mean, I don't know about that. Every year, of course, I say, what are they going to do with Marvin Lewis? Is he really going to still be there next year? And every year he's still there. But they announced Harbaugh, that they extended John Harbaugh. And I think didn't everybody kind of expect John Harbaugh might be gone from the Ravens next year? But by golly, he's not going to be. They just extended him. This is our case hit. It is Kalen Ballage to 15 for the Dolphins. And oh, look at that. We got part of the logo. Not the dolphin himself, but the sun surrounding the dolphin, which is almost as good. So that's pretty cool. Our case hit relic tonight is a really nice one. You know I get excited by a good relic. I love to see a nice relic come out. Makes it more fun when they're interesting like that, doesn't it? I think so anyway. If only we had a little Christmas elf who could set off on the side and open all these packs. Wouldn't that make life easy? I think it was Greg and somebody and I were talking about this a while back. I think it might have been Greg. Or we were saying, yeah, I need to just have somebody set off to the side and open all the packs. And then, we just keep rolling looking at the cards, which I would love to do, except I think we'd have to have a picture-in-picture format. If you would have to have, a second camera showing the hands of the person opening the packs and do a picture-in-picture, and I don't think I can get into all that. I don't think I'm that tech savvy to accomplish all of that. Yes, Greg, I agree with you. I really do like that patch on the Ballage. We've had some nice Dolphins stuff come out. Gosh, I don't remember if it was XR or which product exactly it was, but we had one Dolphins patch that was phenomenal. It was a lot of the Dolphin, and it was fantastic. But there's other times where you can get really low numbered cards, and then you'll turn it over and the relic will be just a piece of white cloth or just some basic boring one color piece of cloth, and you're like, wait, what? What was that number 2? Why did you give me just a plain something for that low numbered card? So I'm always glad to see the nice relic match up with the low number. Alrighty, we finally got those out of the packs. Whoa. Hang on. Sorry. We've got Jordan Akins was trying to slide off our pack there for the Texans to 149. He was trying to take a ride all on his own. That is a downtown Calvin Ridley for the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, man, I got those in there upside down. Okay. Is that kind of craziness happening? Mike White, rated rookie, $2.99, Cowboys. Elite Series, Baker Mayfield. That was a Darnold base rated rookie and a Saquon base rated rookie. There's James White for the Patriots. Joe Mixon and the Bengals to 149. To 299, it's Michael Gallup. I'm sorry, to 199. Why are some of those to 199 and some of those to 299? Because that's orange, and I'm thinking it's blue, and I've lost my mind. Never mind. I promise I did learn my colors. And whenever you learn them, kindergarten or first grade, or whenever you learn your colors, maybe before that, I don't know. It's to 299 for the Chargers. Is that bad that I can't remember when you learn your colors? It probably kind of is. Ezekiel Elliott, Illusions for the Cowboys. So does everybody have all of their shopping done? Does everybody get to just like sit back and watch football tomorrow? That was Logan Woodside for the Bengals. Or do you have to go out and fight the masses for a parking place to go in and buy a sweater somewhere? Elite Series Big Ben Roethlisberger. My holiday stuff is actually going to wrap up tomorrow when my family drives, the rest of my family drives back up to Pittsburgh. Mohamed Sanu, Falcons. So by tomorrow night, I'll be pretty much finished up. I guess, you know, my mother and I will do something on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but everybody else will be gone. Andy Dalton, Bengals to 199, orange. We had a redemption in there. That was our autograph hit in this box. Is a redemption. It's going to sit right there in our housekeeping area. We're going to keep it face down until the end of the break because I'm kind of mean like that, right? I know. I make you wait until the end of the break. Then we flip them all over at once, and then we'll also go to the Panini website and verify all of their teams at the same time. Ezekiel, you are all day watching football and 2 fantasy championships. Okay, are you in the running, Ezekiel? What do you need to have happen tomorrow to win the fantasy league? Greg, you got it all under control too. Nice. Grilling New York strips for lunch for the family. Very nice, man. Football and grilling. That's an excellent Sunday. And not having to go out to the mall, even better. I did most of my shopping online this year, but I did have to venture out into the fray a little bit. And I tell you what, every year I swear I won't do it again. People are mean. Have you guys noticed that? Like, they're mean. Thinking, this is the holidays, so everybody should, you would think, maybe be in a little bit better mood. But, man, they really are not. Not everybody, of course, is mean, but there sure are a lot of mean people out there here at the holidays. And you're like, dang, brother. Did you have to steal my parking space? Did you have to flip me off there? You know, Joe Theismann and the Redskins on an MVP insert. Ezekiel, you need Aaron Rodgers to show up to win your fantasy league. I know, he's been inconsistent this year, hasn't he? I mean, that's kind of to say the least. To 149, AJ Green and the Bengals. Well, I will say this, though. Doesn't it give Mike McCarthy a little bit of a... There's a second redemption. Doesn't that give Mike McCarthy a little bit of a ha-ha, like I told you it wasn't me kind of deal? You know, because everybody's, oh, the offense is stagnant, and, you know, McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers aren't getting along, and so this is what needs to happen. But yet, has the offense really improved that much since he's been gone? I would have to say maybe not. Devontae Boyd for the Bengals, and it is numbered to 25. Gotta love that. Gotta love the black border to 25. Oh, you work for your friend. You work with your friend at the mall in Duluth, Minnesota while you're on break from your real 40-hour-a-week job, and you're nice enough to go in and work for your friend in a mall at the holidays. Oh, you are a good friend, Greg. And is everybody super mean to you? like it seems like they're super mean here. Jamison Crowder to 25 for the Redskins. So we got a pair of them to 25 came out of this box so far, and a redemption, which I said over there. Christopher Herndon, Jets to 199 with the orange. To 299, Cam Newton and the Panthers. There is Devontae Boyd again, and he is a Bengal to 149. Oh, you've been Oh, wow. You've been doing it for 3 years. Oh, man. You are a really good friend. Um, I certainly have worked some retail at the holidays. When I managed a retail store actually when I was in college, and it was always challenging at the holidays. And then I did some merchandising for another company. Oh, it's been several years ago, but I did it because I was picking up a little extra holiday money. So in addition to, as you say, in addition to my regular job, I also did this little kind of merchandising stuff. And part of that requirement was working Black Friday. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was probably the worst thing ever in terms of just how people behave. Not overall, but in terms of people's behavior, it was, wow. It is amazing what will happen out there in the real world on some of those kind of big shopping days. Like, wait, what? You're actually going to come to blows over that, $5.99, whatever it is. Dylan Cantrell for the Chargers to 299. There's an Elite Series for the Browns. I like those Elite Series. They don't refract, which is kind of a drag. I mean, you can get a refractor parallel, but they don't, as a whole, refract. But I do like them anyway. And there's a nice little Eagles Championship insert. It is Lane Johnson on this one. For the champ is here. So, Ezekiel, are you in the running to win both of your fantasy leagues if Aaron Rodgers plays well tomorrow? Like, you think you can take them both? Because that would be fairly impressive. I mean, I don't play fantasy league myself because I'm not dedicated enough to sit there and figure it all out and do it properly. But I know it's really difficult to win, and to win two of them would be very impressive. Of course, I'd be happy if I just won one, but I would have to play it to win it, as they say about the lottery. And since I'm not playing it, then yeah, I think it's pretty good. Guess I won't be winning one. Yes, you have him on both teams. Wow. Well, Ezekiel, man, I'm going to send lots of good vibes to you, and we'll hope that Aaron has a good game tomorrow, and we can bring it across the finish line for you. We'll try really hard. Maybe we can make that happen. I think my little cat's getting ready to jump in the pile of wrappers here in a minute. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm kind of thinking that might be happening shortly. So if you all of a sudden hear a big, strange, crunching, crazy noise, you'll know what it was. I don't know. For some reason, sometimes, I guess it's like kids playing in leaves. Sometimes they get fascinated by all the wrappers and boxes that I toss over there on the floor, and they decide they've got to jump in them and make a bunch of noise. So, oh, he jumped over it, though. He just jumped over it and went on about his way. He didn't jump in it. I thought he was going to get in it, but guess he's not in the mood to play in the wrappers tonight after all. He's crazy, though, that one. Kind of never know what he's going to do. He's calmed down a little bit. He's that one I found. Oh, gosh. We found him outside last, maybe late October, early November or something like that. We found him outside all sick and hungry and messed up. We spent $1 zillion at the vet and got him all fixed up and tried to find him a home and never could. So, yeah, he lives here now. Malik Jefferson and the Bengals. And Malik is numbered to 35. So nice low number hit for Cincinnati. Also nice that it was actually live in the product after pulling a couple of redemptions. Dante Pettis, rated rookie to 299 for the 49ers. Elite Series, Kerryon Johnson. Oh, now he's got something else downstairs. I don't know. I just heard that. You probably heard it too. Mohamed Sanu and the Falcons to 299. There's a little rated rookie, Ito Smith, for the Falcons. And Ito is, what's that pattern name? Why am I blanking on our pattern name on that? Well, anyway, you can see the pattern on it, and that's a nice little rated rookie coming out for the Falcons and Ito Smith. There is Aaron Rodgers, speaking of, numbered to 149 for the Green Bay Packers. To 299, that's Josh Norman and the Redskins. This is a rated rookie, Kalen Ballage, to 99 for the Dolphins. Velocity, thank you. Every time I see that pattern, I have to ask the same question. What's the name of that pattern again? I can't retain it. Cannot retain velocity. Thank you very much. LaShawn McCoy and the Bills. Here's an Aaron Rodgers in the throwback uniform on an insert. I don't know why I struggle so much remembering the Panini pattern names. I always have, though. Can't seem to quite commit them to memory. There's an MVP Steve Young insert for the 49ers. San Francisco. Okay, that sleeve is clearly not cooperating. We'll just get ourselves a new one. This pack of sleeves is kind of jacked up. Rated rookie Baker Mayfield, number 2, 199 for the Cleveland Browns. And we are not quite halfway through yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I just about gave myself a paper cut under my nail. I did that the other day on something. I was opening, I don't know, something card related, and the edge of the box, the cardboard box, got under one of my fingernails as I was trying to open it, and it gave me a paper cut under my fingernail. You know what? Those are kind of painful. Like, mine anyway, it stayed kind of sore for like a day or two, which is so weird. You wouldn't think of a paper cut really being problematic, but yeah, wasn't great. Gina's here. What's happening, Gina? Where you been tonight? Have you been out shopping today, Gina? In Vermont. See, I told you I would be able to remember the Vermont part by the maple syrup part and all that weird little thing I did in my head. Anthony, you said you're not going to buy the Saints again. Well, we got a ways to go yet. Don't give up yet, man. We've still got 6 boxes to go and 2 redemptions to flip over. Really 7 boxes to go because, you know, we've got this one we're opening that we haven't found our hit in yet. So, oh no, it's way too early to give up on the Saints yet. Not yet, man. Not yet. A rated rookie, Christian Kirk. That is to 149 for the Arizona Cardinals. And there's Dalvin Cook and the Vikings to 299. A Kareem Hunt refractor for the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know. Where is your stuff, Gina? I don't know. Where's tracking say it is? This is Deion Kane to 299 for the Colts. I definitely have been sending you stuff. That much I do know. Derrick Henry to 149 for the Titans. You were in Boston. Were you shopping in Boston? Oh, you went to the Boston Museum of Art. Oh, for the Winnie the Pooh exhibit. Oh my gosh, I would have really enjoyed that. Yes, I do. I like Winnie the Pooh, and I have a friend who likes Winnie the Pooh a lot as well. I'm kind of a Tigger person, actually, myself. But I like Winnie the Pooh in general, but Tigger's probably my favorite character. I bet that was a cool exhibit, though. I would like to have seen that. I have a first edition Winnie the Pooh book called The House on Pooh Corner that I got many, many years ago on eBay, probably a dozen years ago or more, and it was part of an estate sale that somebody was listing all of the stuff on eBay, and I got a first edition House at Pooh Corner with its dust jacket, a little beat up, but with its dust jacket and everything. It was pretty cool. I like it. DJ Moore rated rookie for the Panthers. Refractor, obviously. Or prism, you know, Panini, what I call refractors are Panini calls prisms. They are the same thing. I got in the habit of calling them refractors with tops many years ago, and it kind of sticks with me. To 99, that is Hayden Hurst. And also, because when you are opening the product prism and you find a refractor in it, then technically it would be a prism, and I just think that's so silly. Semi Cobbs Jr. to 149 for the Redskins. Aaron Rodgers, downtown, Packers. There is Derek Carr to 199 for the Raiders. Next up, Jalen Ramsey, Illusions for the Jags. Gina, you said they had books there. It was cool. You have a bunch of first print runs too. Oh, that's cool. Nice, nice, nice. And you were on yesterday. You wanted to talk about my Reds trade. I know. I did talk about that Reds trade last night. I mean, you know what? Anything that gets us out from under that ridiculous Homer Bailey contract is a good thing, I believe. And of course, they immediately let him go. I mean, which seems so counterproductive. That's the weirdest thing about salary cap and the luxury tax and all that. I mean, they're willing to take on Homer Bailey's 26 or I think maybe $28 million contract because I think there was a trade clause in it. So they're willing to take on his, $28 million contract and immediately cut him after they take him in the trade so that they could save $17 million in cap space or something like that. But, who knows? Puig and Matt Kemp could be good pieces, but they're going to be free agents in 2019, so I think we would have them for a year at the most. Also, if we keep them both, that adds a tremendous amount to our payroll, and we do need to increase our payroll, but it probably needs to increase more for pitchers than it does for outfielders and infielders and such. So, I don't know. I'm thinking that we probably trade one or the other. Either Matt Kemp or Puig. I'm guessing we probably trade. We keep Alex Wood because we need pitching. And I think we probably keep that young catcher whose name I can never seem to remember. But as a whole, I mean, we got cash back for the deal. We offloaded Homer Bailey. We got a little bit of pitching. Some catching to back up Tucker Barnhart. And, if we need to play Matt Kemp or Puig, they're certainly going to be fine if we need to play them in 19. But I think we'll probably package somebody up with Scooter Gennett and trade that package out before it's all said and done. Yes, Homer Bailey is a free agent now because, yeah, he was traded and they like instantly. I don't even think they waited for the ink to dry. I mean, they made the deal and 5 seconds later it's like, oh yeah, and we release Homer Bailey. I mean, they really just did it to clear the cap space. I mean, it was better for them to take the hit on the contract to clear the cap space, basically. And we needed to get rid of Homer Bailey. So obviously, you know, for my little small market team, the Reds, Homer Bailey's contract was just an albatross, especially the way he'd been playing of recent years. That is a Matt Stafford. It's numbered to 50 for the Detroit Lions. Rob's here. Hi, Rob. What did you say was a condition of the trade? That Homer Bailey got the extra bump? Yeah, I mean, I did think he had a trade clause built in. That's the Packers to 299. That took him, I think, from 25 to 28 million, if I remember correctly. Jordan Akins to 199 for the Texans. There's a rated rookie Alex McGough refractor for the Seahawks. I had a kid reporter stuck to the back of another card. And Tremaine Edmonds is our hit. That's a nice one for the Bills. I like this kid anyway. It's to 75. I like all those Edmonds brothers. We've got Terrell, and then we recently picked up, what was the Edmonds brother, guys, that was with the Saints and got cut from the Saints, and then the Steelers recently picked him up when we moved somebody on IR. We picked him up, and put him on the practice squad, I think, because somebody went out, we moved somebody up, and then we moved the other Edmonds brother, I think, to the practice squad. But I can't remember what his name is, the other Edmonds. Marvin Jones, Lions to 199. Kurt Benkert to 50 for the Falcons. Gina, I mean, I hope that they would not sign Homer Bailey back. I mean, technically, well, I'm talking about the Reds. You may have been saying, can the Dodgers sign Homer Bailey back? I mean, sure they could, but I don't think they would. And I certainly hope that the Reds wouldn't. Because even with less money, I mean, the guy he's been hurt so much, and it's really affected his abilities, and I think his better days are way behind him, Homer Bailey, unfortunately. Golden Tate and the Lions to 99. So, I don't know. What are you going to do? At least the guy gets, at the very least, the guy is walking off with 20 mil to do kind of nothing. Rob Gronkowski to 299. Of course, if you want to play, it probably doesn't make you feel real good, but still. There is Jimmy G for the 49ers with a downtown insert. Which, guys, are those still going crazy? Are the prices for the downtown inserts still really strong like they were on the first couple of days after release? Of course, we're only, 4 days out of release right now. Explosive Ezekiel Elliott. I thought they were going to be case hits when I saw the first one out of the first case we opened, and I was all excited because we've had that downtown insert in basketball, and it has always been a case hit, and which made it have a very strong value. And then, of course, then we promptly pulled like 8 downtowns in that first case. I was like, okay, so it's not a case hit. But at that point, I think it still had pretty good value, so I'm going to assume it held up. So I cannot remember I can sort of remember, but there's a caveat. So we're supposed to have, we know we're going to have Contenders basketball release that will be out on Wednesday, the 26th, the day after Christmas. That's the only thing that's coming out that day. Because they moved Contenders Football. They moved it first to January the 4th. I think they pushed it again this week. I think it's maybe now January the 11th. I believe it's been pushed again. At any rate, there is another release supposed to be out next week, but I get conflicting information as to when it's going to show up. And that is Leaf Best of Baseball. Or Best of Football. I'm sorry, Leaf Best of Football. And originally, well, they've had 100 different dates for it. You know how Leaf is. But it was set for Friday of next week, which would be, what, the 28th. Then they moved it and said it was going to be Wednesday the 26th. But then it doesn't appear to have shipped, which if it hasn't already shipped, then there's no way we get it on the 26th. So I don't really know when the stuff's going to show up. But at some point next week, we should have Leaf Best of Football showing up, allegedly. And if and when it does show up, of course, we'll break that. That's always a nice break. You get a lot of good cards in Leaf Best of and Leaf Greatest. Both of those products usually have some really nice stuff in them, so. All right, onward and upward. Let's see what we've got in this one. Quentin Nelson to 199. Quentin Nelson in just a base prism. There is Downtown Baker Mayfield. That might be worth a couple of bucks for you if you have the Cleveland Browns with the Downtown Baker. Leighton Vander Esch to 299 for the Cowboys. Fans of the game, Chris Evans, Patriots. You see it had that has the little Patriots team symbol there because that's who he is a fan of. So that is going to go to the Patriots. If we find one of those that has no team on it, which I think will only be Chloe Kim, it just has the NFL shield, then we would give it out by way of random. But any of the others like that, where they do identify a team, will go to the team identified, of course. That was a Lamar Jackson rated rookie prism. And Cam Newton and the Panthers, Illusions. So Gina, how long is your Winnie the Pooh exhibit going to be in Boston? Is it there for a while, or is it moving around the country, or is it just there and then when it's gone kind of thing? In other words, if it's moving around the country, I wouldn't mind catching it somewhere if it gets anywhere near me. Sam Darnold and the Jets rated rookie autograph, number 299. Nice hit for the New York Jets with Sam Darnold. J.J. Watt prism for the Texans. Jordan Howard for the Bears. Elite Series Naheem Hines for the Colts. Jimmy G, that is to 149. Derek Carr is to 299 for the Raiders. There's another Naheem Hines. This one to 149, rated rookie for the Colts. That's to 199, Greg Olsen and the Panthers. Elite Series Big Ben Roethlisberger and my Pittsburgh Steelers. Look, I was going to get a stack. We don't have a stack. I got to get some more out. Doesn't look like we're going to have a white Christmas here. I think we may not even have a rainy Christmas. At one point, they had said, you know, we might get a little snow flurry, and then they'd said, oh, it might be rain, and then it's like, oh, now it's probably going to be neither one, I think. That's about the only time of year that I don't care if it snows. It's like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. The rest of the time, I don't like snow too much. So it leaves Boston on January 6th. Oh, it's from England. Okay. All right. Well, I'll have to check that out. I didn't even know about that exhibit, so I'll have to get online, see what I can find out, see if it gets anywhere closer to me, because I would like to see some of that. I find that kind of stuff is interesting. I went to some of the Titanic exhibits in Las Vegas, and it seems like we went to another one, but I can't think where the other one would have been. So maybe we just went to the one in Vegas twice. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure. No. I take that back. We had one that came through here. That came through either Lexington or Louisville. It might have been here in Lexington, but it was after we had seen it already in Las Vegas. Like that really big piece of the hull, which they had to like practically build a new side of a casino to get it in or something. They couldn't even get it in through the doors they had and all that mess. And then a smaller exhibit, I think, was actually here. Oh, a bit after that, but that was pretty fascinating. But Winnie the Pooh would just be fun. That would just kind of be a fun one to do. Dion Lewis to 149 for the Titans. And Mohamed Sanu was trying to hang out there behind the card in front of him. He is numbered to 299 for the Falcons. There's Jaleel Scott, refractor for the Ravens. DJ Chark, rated rookie to 299 for the Jags. Josh Rosen, very nice. We had Sam Darnold out of the last box, Josh Rosen out of this one. So the Cardinals to 125 with a Rosen rated rookie. A couple of nice rookie quarterback hits coming out of two boxes back to back. Larry Fitzgerald Prism for the Cardinals. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that it seems like our football season has gone by really quickly this year, doesn't it? And I'm a little bit bummed that we're so close. I mean, I know we still got a little bit to go. We've got the playoffs and the Super Bowl and whatnot, but I always hate when we get to this time of year and more of our football season is behind us than ahead of us, and that kind of bums me out, man. Not looking forward to that. Of course, I always look forward to the playoffs and the Super Bowl, but I'm not looking forward to the end of the season. Jair Alexander to 99 for the Packers. And it seems like it just went by faster than even it usually does this year. Oh, that's a nice one, too. Saquon Barkley downtown for the Giants. There is T.Y. Hilton and the Colts. To 199, you have a Sony Michel for the Patriots. Yeah, Anthony, I'm sure we've had Saints cards go through as, other regular cards and whatnot. Josh Norman to 299 for the Redskins. But I am surprised we haven't had more inserts for the Saints. Out of the last case, we definitely had, two or three Drew Brees inserts that came out along the way. So I am a little surprised we haven't seen any yet. Ezekiel Elliott for Illusions, or at least any that I remember. That's not to say there are none. There may be some that I'm just not remembering. But I do know out of the first case, we had a couple of Drew Brees inserts at the very least, maybe more than that. I did just get that sorted and shipped out today, so you would think I would remember it better, but I swear I sorted and shipped, I think, 3 different breaks today, and they kind of all start to blend together at some point, and then you open stuff too. So between what I open and then what I sort, I can't always remember what comes from what, but I'm fairly certain that that was the case out of the first break of this on release night that had a few Drew Brees inserts in it. Hey, maybe one of those redemptions will be yours. Wouldn't that be awesome if we flipped one of those over and it was for Drew Brees? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Hey, stranger things have happened. I see some, well, why is everybody trying to, oh, because Kid Reporter's what's getting everybody stuck to the card in front of it. For the Broncos, we have a little Bradley Chubb downtown insert. James White and the Patriots. DeAndre Hopkins, Texans /99. And Jake Weineke for the Vikings. Prism. Yeah, we need to try to work on the mojo for your Saints, don't we, Anthony? Let's see if we can't get accomplished with that, perhaps. Maybe collectively we can create one get one to appear. Not create it, but you know what I mean. Conjure it. That's the word I'm looking for, I guess. Conjure one up. Fire up the mojo and see where things land. Exactly. There's definitely still hope. We still have 3 hits to find and 2 redemptions to flip over and loads of inserts, I'm sure. Damian Ratley /199 for the Browns. Why did I lay the Kid Reporter down? We don't need him. Ronald Jones /25 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. See, I've already forgotten. You typed this into me. Let me... Velocity, right? Velocity. Why do I have such a difficult time remembering that pattern name? Gracious. Ajayi for the Eagles /299. Gurley for the Rams /299. A rated rookie Dallas Goedert and the Eagles /149. Elite Series James Washington and my Pittsburgh Steelers. Braxton Berrios autograph Prism Patriots. Seems like it's been a while since we've seen a Braxton Berrios autograph come out. Earlier in the year he was popping up here and there, but then we didn't see him for a while. There's a John Elway MVP for the Broncos. Mohamed Sanu and the Falcons. Darius Geis rated rookie /299 for the Redskins. I definitely think, though, Panini does some of these in waves. Because you will definitely, or at least I definitely notice, that there'll be certain stretches, certain periods of time where maybe you'll pull out of several product releases in a row. You'll pull a lot of one team or one player. And then for the next several product releases in a row, you'll pull like a different group of people and a different group of teams more frequently. At least that's what I notice. you know, like putting Braxton Berrios back in, who frankly we haven't seen in a while coming out of products. I haven't anyway. Not that he hasn't been in there, but he certainly wasn't coming out with any frequency. And then putting, you know, the Jake Weineke's back in, and some of these kind of guys that were, seemed like they were early season guys, and earlier in the season there were tons and tons of Broncos. Like you would open a box and, or open a case and have a dozen Broncos hits out of it, or some crazy amount. Then they kind of dialed that back a little, but all of a sudden then the Packers were coming out in massive quantities, and then the Steelers were coming out in massive quantities, and they seem to kind of go through rotations of some sort. If we could ever figure out what their exact rotation is, we'd probably be rich, wouldn't we? And there might not even be a rotation. It could just all be in my mind. But that's how it seems to me anyway. Bradley Chubb, rated rookie to 299 for the Broncos. Marlon Mack to 299 for the Colts. And, well, finally, there's something for your Saints at least. We have a prism. We're going to put it in the sleeve because I'm so happy to see one. We're going to put it in Alvin Kamara and the Saints with a prism. I know it's not what you're looking for, but I'm still glad to at least see that much for you. Devonta Freeman and the Falcons. That is a prism numbered to 5 for Atlanta. Yeah, I know, right, Anthony? Like, that's how we all have to try to look at it. Of course, we all want a good return on investment for sure, so know how that goes. That is numbered to 199 for the Broncos. Another fans of the game, that the Patriots. I know, why couldn't your Kamara have been autographed or something? I know. I was glad to at least see that, though. I'm like, come on, man. Where are the Saints for Anthony? I should have been specific when we were trying to conjure up the mojo, right? I should have said we need to have some numbered Saints and some other Saints inserts, or some autographed Saints and that sort of thing. We'll see if that works. Try being more specific. See if that request will work or not. The champ is here for the Eagles. Another one that is Lane Johnson. I think that's the same champ as here we had earlier. I think was also Lane Johnson. To 149, there's another guy we haven't seen in a while. Ray McLeod and the Buffalo Bills. Eli Manning prism for the Giants. Anthony, you need a Christmas present. We need to find you a Saints Christmas present. All right. I feel you on that, my friend. I'll do my best. Fortunately, some of the other things out of Optic, besides just the autographs, you can still make some money on. I mean, even the base cards, just the base rated rookies that aren't even, you know, prisms or anything, you can put them together in a group and usually sell them and make a little money. So there's usually a few things that can help you out. For the Broncos, Peyton Manning. Elite rookies, Naheem Hines. Damian Ratley. Refractor for the Browns. Ooh, I see another green upon us. A rated rookie, Michael Gallup, and the Cowboys numbered to 5. So a couple numbered to 5 coming out here towards the end. All right, we are officially at last box mojo time. So we're going to try our best here to get the big hit to deliver out of it. I'm trying to, infuse the mojo into the box and hope we can pull some fire out of here. After we look through the cards in this last box, I will then flip over those 2 redemptions. We'll find out who's on the other side of those. Once we find out who it is, we're probably going to know what the team is and all that, but we'll still go to the Panini website and get it verified. Anytime we have a checklist available from Panini or Topps, I will always go there and check those out. Ezekiel, you need some Atlanta Falcons mojo. All right. Working on the Falcons for you and the Saints for Anthony. So we'll find out if we're going to have any extra holiday magic or not. I might see another green edge, or maybe that was just, no, that might have just been blue in the way the light was hitting it. I don't know. I can't tell yet if that's going to be green or blue. Last case, we didn't get any green. In this case, we've gotten 2 already. Possibly another one in here. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes it looks one color when I just see the edge of it. Then, I'll get the light on it and it'll reveal that it is actually another color once we see it in its entirety. An explosive insert for Ezekiel Elliott and the Cowboys. A rated rookie Mark Walton Prism. That was an Elite Series that went by for the Panthers. Our autograph out of the last box is for the Buccaneers. And that is Ronald Jones coming out for Tampa Bay as our final autograph hit. Well, unless they surprise us with one we don't know that we're going to get. That's what I thought I saw that was green, but it's not. It's blue. Boo. It's my cues. It's to $2.99. We did have one box. That's to $2.99. Carlos Hyde and the Browns, where we had some extra hits out of that first case. You guys remember that? Some of you were in on that break. Our box that had the case hit in it with the relic also had another autograph card and something else in it, didn't it? We had unexpected things anyway in that box. Extra things, I think. Greg, you need some Vikings mojo too. All right, so we got to work on the Vikings and the Falcons and the Saints for our 2 redemptions that are hanging out up there. And of course, all the mojo for anybody who hasn't, who hasn't hit anything. We got to work that kind of mojo too. So we got to get it all out there. All right, so in this last stack, we should just be looking for parallels and numbered cards because we've already pulled our autograph card for this box, and that is our autographs that we'll be recapping shortly. There is a nice little Sam Darnold rated rookie to 199. Oh yeah, the Steelers haven't hit in here either, best I recall. How about that? Leighton Vander Esch for the Cowboys, and that is the Velocity Leighton Vander Esch for Dallas. Nice little hit on that one. I like that kid too. And I like it. His little wolf call is pretty awesome also. Larry Fitzgerald to 149 for the Arizona Cardinals. Doug Baldwin to 199 for the Seahawks. To 99, we have a rated rookie Cortland Sutton and the Broncos. There are so many of those Kid Reporter things in here. Like, so many. All right. We've got 2 redemptions left to flip over and find out how happy we're going to make somebody here in a second. Good luck to everyone on these. Let's see what we've got. Our first one is Derwin James. That is a nice hit for the Chargers. Rookie auto hollow, it says. So that one might be numbered, possibly. I don't know. We'll find out when we go to the checklist. It should tell us. And our next one is also Derwin James. Can you believe? Rookie autos blue. They're both Derwin James. So the Chargers right here at the end of the break end up cleaning up with the last 2 hits of the break turn out to be the Chargers. How about that for some luck, huh? Because if you had Los Angeles up to this point, which Stang Lover did, he was probably like going, man, this break is terrible. And he was just like restraining himself, right? He wasn't saying, oh man, this is awful, but I bet he was thinking it. And then all of a sudden, right here at the end of the break, he went from rags to riches, as they say. All right, let's get these Derwin James all nice and verified here for the Chargers and Stang Lover. Find out if that one, if the hollow is going to be numbered. I think it might be. I don't know. We'll find out here in a second. Rookie autograph. So let's do, was it rated rookie? Wait a minute. What does it say it is again? Rookies autographs blue. So it doesn't say rated rookies, but let's see. Rookie, but you would think it would be that. Rookie Elite Series. I guess it is. Yeah, it doesn't say rated rookie. So it's the other card set then. But anyway, the blue one, 108, Derwin James. This one is numbered to 75. That is the rookie autographs blue. The other one is rookie autographs hollow. So let's take a look at that one. Card number 108 again, of course, is Derwin James. That one is going to be numbered to 99. So, Stang Lover, you came out pretty good right there at the end, didn't you? That is it. He said you fell asleep. And the universe woke you up just in time. You did say it was past your bedtime, man. I feel you. I feel you. It's sort of past my bedtime, but not entirely. I'm not usually asleep by now, but my brain is kind of in neutral a bit at the moment. Some might argue it stays in neutral, but anyway. Did I forget to switch your view back? I did. I had this in my hand, and I'm going, wait a minute, I forgot to switch their view back. Right as I'm saying I have my brain in neutral. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have a Derwin James redemption for the Chargers to 99. And hey, look at that. A Derwin James redemption for the Chargers. That one's numbered to 75. Ronald Jones came out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is numbered to 99. Braxton Berrios and the Patriots to 99. Josh Rosen rated rookie to 125. Oh, sorry, I yawned on you. Sorry. Sam Darnold rated rookie to 99. Tremaine Edmonds and the Buffalo Bills to 75. Hayden Hurst and the Ravens to 99. For the Bengals, Malik Jefferson to 35. Our case hit is Kalen Ballage and the Dolphins, numbered to 15. And we started things off tonight with Cortland Sutton and the Broncos to 75. So that, guys and gals, is our break for tonight. I will put up our spreadsheet information one final time for those of you who might want to take another look at it. We'll run through what we're going to be breaking over the next couple of days and then take a look at shipping information one final time as well. So tomorrow night we're doing mixers, Topps football mixers. The first one will be a Chrome football mixer. It'll be from 2013, 14, and 15. Following that, we'll do a Strata mixer. Those are boxes from 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2015. Monday night, which is Christmas Eve, I will not be doing breaks. On Tuesday night, we're definitely doing the 16-box Master Case of Revolution Basketball. That's already listed on eBay. I might do a one-day auction and throw up another break for Tuesday night, but I'm undecided about that. On Wednesday, the 26th, we'll break a half case of Contenders Basketball, which comes out on that day, and most likely I will add something else to that night, but I'll do it as a 3-day auction. I'll probably list it tomorrow night, and we'll plug something else into Wednesday as a 3-day. On Thursday night, the 27th, right now we just have the Bowman draft. I don't know if I'm going to leave it at that or if I'll plug something else into that as well. But no, Wednesday and Thursday both, again, are later start times simply because, yeah, I couldn't get home in time to get stuff listed. All that family holiday stuff. I know, it's interfering with our breaks, isn't it? And then shipping info. So both of our breaks tonight were paid shipping breaks. I'm anticipating they'll get out the door on the way to you on or about the 27th. Keeping in mind, of course, we have a Sunday with no mail service, then Christmas Eve, then Christmas Day. So things are a little pushed back this week, more so than they are other times. So hopefully we'll get it out sooner, but it should be right around the 27th. And of course, as always, if I can do sooner, I will. So I guess that is it for me tonight. I appreciate everyone staying up past your bedtime to hang out with me this evening and get this broken. And hopefully I will see you again tomorrow night, or if not, then sometime in the week ahead. If I don't see you again before the holidays, I was going to say Happy New Year, but that's not right. It would be Merry Christmas. And then for those of you who might celebrate Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah. I think Hanukkah's mostly past, but happy belated Hanukkah if that's the case, and happy Kwanzaa and Merry Christmas. And happy holidays, kind of all-encompassing. So anyway, there came my little cat that likes to jump on the wrappers. You got to see him run by there for a second. How fun was that? All right, thanks very much, guys. That's it for me tonight. We'll see you next time. Bye now.